Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another Screencasts Online weekly tip video. In this short tip video, I'm going to show you some of the subtle features of iOS 11 that never made it into the full Screencasts Online tutorials. Don't forget there are 3 full-length iOS 11 tutorials on ScreenCastsOnline.com available to Screencasts Online members. This tip is especially for anybody who might struggle with the larger form factor iPhone, so any of the plus size iPhones. There is a great way of converting the keyboard to enable you to use one-handed operation when typing. And the way you would do that is quite simple. If we go into, let's say, the Notes application. So there's the standard Apple keyboard. And if we now tap on the face and hold, we get the options to change keyboards, but also you'll see down at the bottom 3 new layouts for your keyboard. So if you have your phone in your left hand and you want to use your left thumb to type, if you just tap on this one here, you'll see all the keys on the keyboard scrunch up across to the left, and that allows you to reach over quite easily with a single thumb and do your typing without any great effort. If you want to reverse that, again, I'll just tap on the face icon and go to the right-hand side. So now if you hold the phone in your right hand, you can use your right thumb to quite easily stretch across to the Q. I mean, it really is very straightforward to stretch across to the Q key and again, just type with a single digit. The keyboard itself is persistent. So if I come out of here and if I go into something like Mail, then I tap the button to create a new mail item. Again, the keyboard is across over on the right. Now, this is also true for third-party apps as well. So if I just scroll across, let's go into Ulysses. And if I just tap into the document, you'll see I get the same keyboard here. Now, as with previous versions of iOS, if you tap and hold on the keypad, you can drag around to move the cursor, and this is the same for this new squashed up version of the keyboard, whether it be on the left or right hand side. Now, to put it back, I can just tap on the chevron on the left hand side, puts it back as it was. This is a great new feature in iOS 11, and it really shows how Apple try to make things easier for people. Now, the scenario is that this particular iPhone, let's say this belongs to a visitor to my home, and they've asked if they can get onto my Wi-Fi network. Now, that's fine. I have no issues with that, but the password that I have on my Wi-Fi network is quite a strong password, and that can lead to difficulties, especially if they have trouble typing it in. Invariably, you'll end up taking the phone off them and laboriously typing it in yourself. But what you can do now is go into Settings, go into Wi-Fi, and then just get them to select the Wi-Fi network that you want them to connect to. In this case, it's going to be, here we go, HS network 5 GHz, which is a nice fast network for them. If they just tap on that, usually at this point I would have to interject to give them the password. But if I bring my iPhone close to the device, you'll see across on my personal iPhone, you'll see we have this pop-up message on the home screen. Do you want to share the Wi-Fi password for HS network -5 GHz with SCO Demo 2016? Now, obviously I do, so I'm going to go ahead and just tap the button to share the password. Immediately, the password is transmitted across to the guest iPhone, and the iPhone is then joined automatically to that particular Wi-Fi network. Now that everything is complete, I just tap Done on the other iPhone, and that's the process complete. Now, the only thing you do have to have is that you have to have both devices running iOS 11. They both need to be on the same Wi-Fi network. They both have to have Wi-Fi switched on, obviously, and also Bluetooth switched on. And your guest must be in your contacts list. But if all those things are in place, you should be able to transfer your password very easily. Let's finish off this quick tip video with a look at Apple Music. I did cover setting up a social profile and sharing playlists back in iOS 11 Part 3. And again, you can find that across over at ScreenCastsOnline.com. But one of the issues I found was that if you had existing playlists, you couldn't automatically share them to your social profile. And I'm glad to say Alison Sheridan has come up with a solution. It's a very simple thing to do, so let me show you how that works. If I go into Apple Music, if I look at my profile, you'll see that as per the previous tutorial, I have my favorites playlist and a playlist I created from scratch on the original Part 3 tutorial. So I have plenty of other playlists though. If I go to Library and if I go to Playlists, let's say I wanted to share my, let's say Top Music. Now, there are quite a few songs here, as you can see across on the side. 94 songs, which would play for 6 hours and 47 minutes. I could recreate this from scratch, but I don't really want to do that. So what I can do is tap on the button here with the 3 dots, say add to a playlist, and we get the option now to add to a new playlist. So if I create new playlist, and for playlist name, I'll give this a name of hash top music, just to differentiate it from the original playlist. And now, because this is a new playlist, I could add a description, but you can see here, show on my profile and in search is pre-selected. So that's fine. We'll just say done. Now for the original playlist, I don't really need it. So again, I can tap on the 3 dots and I can say delete from library and then delete playlist. That's now gone. I'm left with my hash top music, which is the one that's now shared via my social profile. And just to prove that, if I come out of here, if I go into my profile, so I need to go to For You, back into my profile, and there we go. There's the top music playlist that I updated today. So thanks to Alison for pointing that solution out. If you want to learn more about using your Apple devices, there are over 700 full video tutorials available to Screencast Online members, covering all aspects of the Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and even the Apple TV. Now, all full members receive a new Apple-related video tutorial each and every week, as well as a free subscription to the Screencast Online monthly magazine, packed with videos and articles on getting the most out of your Apple devices. Now, you can get your free 14-day trial membership over at ScreenCastsOnline.com, or check out some of the free content over on the SCO Showcase app on the iPad, iPhone, and Apple TV. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with another tip, so I'll speak to you then.